Bravo. Sergeant Balzac here. Sybil Balzac. Yeah, we've had some complaints about the lack of chips. Uh, with biscuits and tea, but no chips. I'd like some chips. Just a bag of crisps. Crisps. That's stupid. Time warp. This time space continuum has been disrupted, I think. Whoa, yeah. Hey, babes. Hey, girls. How about it? David Bowie. Hello, Ron. David Gilmour. Funny, funny. Got nothing to say. Just chilled out. Done some homework. Probably do one more assignment tonight, then I'll hit the hay. Big day tomorrow. Looking at a new car too this week, so the other one I can't get a pressure switch, so it's sad, but don't know where to get one. Could go to the Wreckers, but I just went out of oomph. Might just spend the money, get a new car, spend all the rest of my savings. I'll be broke again, have to work, as you do. But I'm nearly ready to work, hopefully. I'll do some acting. I think it's, I don't know if it's easy money, it's long hours, and we sort of don't get paid that much, but it might lead to something. I might get a role in a film or something, or someone might, the talent scout might pick me up, especially if I look like this. Well, that's so funny. Let's try and find another funny one. This is probably the best. What does that look like? Barney Rubble or something? Hey, Fred. Oh, that's classic. I put on my form at OnQ agency, my talent agency, that I do impressions. I don't really do many. Like, not officially, but I probably could. Like, do Jim Carrey, The Mask. Hey, everyone, whoa, smoking. Mine will probably sound the same, but anyway, I suppose I do them from time to time, but usually it's spontaneous. I'm not that good on the spot when someone says, hey, do this. I'm like, uh... like when we were doing theatre sports in grade, what was it, year 12, and we went on that camp, and I was like, they're all like, come on, Evie, do something funny. I'm like, oh, shit. I stood there and said, oh, I'm not doing it. I just didn't want to do it. Like, they forced me to do it. I didn't want to do it. In front of the whole 2 or 3 schools or whatever. Like, I was exhausted all the time from being stupid. I just couldn't do it anymore. I just ran out. Probably thought I was a jerk for not doing something. I was just running out of energy. Not having a girlfriend, you have to resort to being a clown, I think. That didn't work out for whatever reason, but hopefully, I don't know, hopefully something happens eventually. I meet someone. Must be someone out there floating down through the clouds. I don't know if this will get a girlfriend, will it? Ooh, hey girls. It's like slaying warp spasming. Oh, I got sniffles. I wish someone would comment on my posts on YouTube, but I suppose no one even sees it. I thought it was an important post, that one about Afghanistan and the 9/11. No one likes it. I don't know. thought it was a possible explanation. Like, I don't think it's always cut and dry. I think these things happen. There's could be possibilities that you got to investigate. Hopefully, someone's read it somewhere and is investigating it just to see. Because you wouldn't like to know a whole country's been attacked by America just and they're innocent. I always wondered why. Just wondered why. It just seemed wrong the way it was all. I mean, I suppose they heard them on the phone, didn't they? On the radio and the plane. But I mean, even that could be manipulated. But I suppose that's the only damning sort of evidence. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's worth investigating. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, don't say it's a black man," or whatever, but I don't know. Just this whole uprising of the black Americans. It's good, but not when people get hurt. It's good that they have their freedoms, but not taking out an entire poor little country like Afghanistan or whatever, and the Middle East and the whole Twin Towers, but I don't know. It might not be them. It's just a thought. Yeah. Anyway, back to the opposites. Can't do that on television. Remember that? That was my favourite part. Back to the opposites. Very clever. Yeah. Must get some exercise. I don't know. Don't much to talk about. Really never do, but I sort of just don't know if it's fantasizing or just it's almost like monitoring my spiritual progress. Monitoring spiritual. Anyway, going to heaven when no one else is there is. I just hope someone else comes eventually. It's not much fun when no one else wants to join in. You do all this stuff and it's all for no reason really, and the rest of the world's all violent. And you're the only one who's a lover, and it just doesn't gel. You need a marriage, Like, I don't know. Hopefully one day someone marries heaven. I don't like giving anything away, but it's like going somewhere nice, and you get treated like shit when really you should be treated the opposite. That's the difference. Everywhere you go, because everyone's sort of violent and unhappy and miserable and trying to fuck each other over, and it's like you're walking around in heaven waiting for someone not to do all that and marry you. It's like yeah, it's a funny sort of experience. Uh, but I like to give people the freedom to make their own choices. I'm not forcing anyone. If they don't want that, they won't get the reward. So that's just the payoff, really. If you want the marriage, you get the reward. If you don't get the reward. But I'm not going to bother you about it. You're free to do whatever you want. That's life. But yeah, marriage is very rewarding, especially marrying a I don't know what you call me now. Not really a saviour anymore. Probably just stopped being a saviour a long time ago. This life, I've just been just a regular person, but I'm a good person, and I didn't get the marriage I wanted, so I had to evolve. So yeah, it's to get to heaven. That's just what happened. So I suppose now it's twice as hard to get to heaven. I'm not just a god anymore. You have to try and marry a Superman. So that can be challenging, I suppose, but it's worth it. The rewards are you become a super person. And yeah, we get to transform the world together into something more beautiful, and more powerful, and more strong, and resilient, and it doesn't have to be violent. Everyone thinks of violence. That's Hollywood's version. That's not my version. Superman can be a kitten, can be a flower, Superman can be, a weeping willow, can be anything. It's creation. That's my take on the whole journey of enlightenment, anyway. So, yeah, it's all about beauty, really. Men are beautiful to women, but we don't see ourselves as that beautiful unless we're um, raised really, in a really fit environment, get everything we want. Then we tend to be more pretty and sexy and beautiful. But to a woman, I think a man's quite beautiful because they're the opposite of what they are. And so, same with us. We look at women and think they're really beautiful, and it doesn't really matter who they are, what they look like. They're all sort of beautiful, I guess. It's just their form really is beautiful. Unless maybe they're really unwell or really sick or really frail or really tend to be not as sexual or attractive, but they're still beautiful in their own way, I guess. There's so many challenging ideas now about what beauty is, and especially in all the modelling industry with these new big fat sort of performers, and they're all doing their own thing, not caring what people think. I suppose as long as they're healthy, I guess it doesn't matter what you look like, really, does it? There'd be people that say it doesn't matter if you're healthy, it's just if you're sick as fuck, it's cool too, man. So, yeah, it goes back to that whole heroin chic sort of thing, doesn't it? Like that girl I keep seeing walking up Swanson Street, and she's got that heroin chic look. She probably doesn't like that word, probably more manga or something. Yeah, it's very negative, the heroin chic thing being like. I suppose you could think of it more like a female heroine chic, hero chic, rather than relate it to the drug, which is almost in a way named after it, but spelled differently. But looks more like a manga heroine. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, she's got all pasty face and blonde hair, and yeah, I'd love a girlfriend like that. I don't know if I'd fit in. I reckon I'd just looking like a bloke with a heroin like that would be cool. But I'd dress up. I'd wear a big black coat or something, and dark glasses, and a bowler hat or something. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be cool. Anyway, I'd probably give that away too, all my feelings again, and someone will go and try and steal that as well, and they'll fuck me over again. And that's life till I'm married. Alright, have a nice evening. Bye from Mr. Balzac. I just made that up. I think it's off Home Alone, isn't it? Sergeant Balzac. Hyper on 2. Very serious. Why so serious? Very serious. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Sorry, that's just so funny, the face. Imagine if you look like that for real. I'd be like, there might be people that do look like that. Sorry if that's offensive. Who are you? I'm Wonder Woman. Under this, I am Wonder Woman. One day I'll be Wonder Woman. Full on Lizzo. Yeah, that'll be a long way away. One day I'll be that. Don't really want to give it away online. I feel like I've got no choice but to talk about all this sort of stuff till it happens, I just believe that's how you move on when you're immortal, you move on to different realms. My first realm is sort of heaven, moving to there and sort of taking Earth with me, or not in a bad way. It's more like just a marriage, sort of romantic sort of adjustment, and everything's really pleasant, really beautiful, and doesn't have to all be pissy wussy shit. You know, it can be quite exciting, action packed. But just all the hate and violence and all that can just move on, I reckon. Excuse me. I just want to give a little shout out to those excuse me. Just want to give a little shout out to all those manufacturers and people making stuff and all the food, and always think of them, and doing such a good job, providing sustenance. So I enjoy my food, and I'm always thinking, someone out there has made these biscuits, or I never really give them a good thank you, so I just like to say thank you for taking care of us. And that's from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate all the hard effort you put in to create the infrastructure and the industry to keep us happy with. When I don't have a wife, a little bit of food keeps me happy, and I get the choice of the supermarket, what I can get. Nowadays got enough choice, really. It's got enough stuff, so it doesn't have every brand, but why do you need every brand, So that's the supermarket near me, Aldi. So, yeah, so thank you. And good night. Sybil Ballsack, over and out. My face looks like a ball sack. Oh, shit.